Yo, so it's 9:51 p.m. 3rd of July 2024, and this is Rags2Riches. So the longer you stay in business, the more you realize you were just overthinking shit. And this is a big reason why people with higher IQs actually do worse in business than people with lower IQs, because people with higher IQs tend to overthink shit, you know? People with lower IQs, they just go about their day. They just say, you know what, let's just try this. They try it, and then they fuck up, and they try it again, and they fuck up. They try it again, and then they fuck up. But at least they learn how they fucked up, you know? Whereas an overthinker, they won't even make that first move, which is they're probably going to fuck up anyway, because they don't even have the experience or perspective in order to make the right move, you know? Now, I say this through experience. I say this through, years of being in business. But if you really, if you just started a business, if you just started that journey of being entrepreneurship, yes, you are going to overthink shit. You are going to think that business is hard or complicated or difficult. People are so much higher than you. Holy crap, they're doing this, they're doing this, they're doing this. Should I be doing the same thing? My advice for that is just try whatever is in front of you. And during the start of a business, it's actually one of the only times in a business where shiny object syndrome is okay. I'm not sure if you know what shiny object syndrome is, but it's essentially where you've got like multiple things that you're looking at, and there's one thing that you see that, it kind of excites you. Try this, and there's something else that excites you, and you try that. But here's the thing: in the beginning of being an entrepreneur, shiny object syndrome, I actually encourage. I fully encourage it. The reason for that is because you get to understand the nature of business when it comes to all different industries. You're starting to build yourself as an entrepreneur. You're not building a business. Like in the first couple months of being an entrepreneur, you are not going to build a business that reaches $10,000. No matter how much you work, no matter how much you spend on it. It's like, if this is your first time being an entrepreneur and you've had no experience ever, then it's going to take you some time to learn the ropes, right? And especially if it's an industry where you have no idea about either. So in the beginning, I recommend trying different things, like legitimately trying different things, but trying and actually working towards them. Now, that doesn't mean that when you start making money, you can continue to do that. When you start making money in a particular industry or a particular niche, that's when you go full steam ahead with that one, and don't veer off that track, because you just found a good high leverage vehicle for yourself. But before that point, you can try different things. Try them and see what works best for you, because yes, the vehicle matters, but I also think, in my opinion, the person needs to match the vehicle. It's like, it's kind of like Pokemon, right? Like, you need to match your personal Pokemon. Like, it needs to be like a match, it's like Ash with Pikachu. It needs to be a match, and you can't go ahead and start like collecting Pokemon that are like level 100 or whatever. I forgot what the levels were, but you can't go and collect a Pokemon where it's like level 100 where you haven't had that experience yet, because it'll come back and bite you on the ass, right? It just won't obey you. That's what it was in the Nintendo game. It won't obey you. So, try different things, find out what works for you, go back to the lab if it doesn't work, and until you find something that works, keep looking. And that's that.